Very clear that I made a mistake, plain and simple.
And American help fighting ISIS.
Ultimately, this has to be a struggle that the Iraqi government and the Iraqi people are determined to win for themselves.
A judge says he will formally sentence Boston Marathon bomber Dzhokhar Tsarnaev to death next month after hearing from about 11 victims. Tsarnaev will be given the opportunity to speak. I'm Evan Haining.
This is Shaquille O'Neal.
And the Shaquettes.
Reminding you that anytime is a good time.
Good time!
For the cooling, drying, fresh scent of Gold Bond powder spray. Like after the gym.
Or a crowded elevator ride.
Or golf.
Or working with farm animals.
Or a hard day's work.
Like sportscasting?
You said it, ladies. Stay cool with Gold Bond powder spray.
Stay cool with Gold Bond.
For over 75 years, Geico's kept an eye on the future, keeping customers happy with things like 24/7 customer support and emergency roadside service. And to prove it, here's one of our commercials from over 75 years ago.
At Geico, we promise to always find innovative new ways to serve you. In fact, we're so innovative, in 75 years, they'll listen to this old radio commercial and think, wow, they were innovative.
Wow, we are innovative.
Geico, saving people money for over 75 years.
Fridays just got fabulous. Don't forget to reserve a seat in the Happy Hour Lounge with Ben and Alexander every Friday at 6 p.m. on Kcaa 1050 AM.
Good afternoon. It is 12:02. I'm Di Rice with the only live local news in the Inland Empire on Kcaa 1050 AM. A Temecula motorcyclist who was splitting lanes during Monday morning's commute on southbound Interstate 15 was injured in a single vehicle crash. The motorcyclist Alexander J. Smith was reportedly traveling between 40 and 45 miles per hour, splitting the number 1 and 2 lanes on Temecula Parkway when he made an unsafe turning movement and lost control. Other vehicles were only moving about 20 miles per hour at the time of the crash. Smith was thrown off his bike and then he slammed into the center divider. While splitting is legal in California, the CHP advises motorcyclists to do so at a safe speed. He's lucky they weren't going any faster. Another deadline has come and gone, and Temecula is no closer to getting a water park. Armando Villa, director of the community development, said that he's been working for years to build a water park on city-owned land at the northwest corner of Dindy Parkway and Diaz Road, and he did not complete the purchase by April 30th. Previous attempts to build a park in Temecula were reportedly thwarted by trouble securing financing. In this case, though, the drought and problems with the local water district have been fingered as the culprits. Planning Commission holds a public hearing June 11th. And Riverside will receive a full repayment of $17 million in loans it made to its former redevelopment agency after the state finally conceded that the legitimacy of the loans was good. And the city staff remained relentless on behalf of Riverside residents and business owners, and their efforts did pay off. Inland Empire weather cloudy again today. A little warmer than yesterday. Highs near 72. Overnight 51. Right now we are at 66 degrees here. Checking out things on the freeways out there. You've got stop-and-go traffic going through Moreno Valley on the 215 northbound. That is between Cactus Avenue and Highway 60. Westbound side is busy between Pigeon Pass and the 215. And in San Bernardino, watch out because there is an accident on the shoulder of the eastbound 10 just before Waterman, and that involves 2 vehicles along the right shoulder. That is the very latest with news, weather, and traffic on the station that leaves no listener behind. Kcaa 1050 AM.
Tired of paying outrageous prices for Viagra? Well, we have great news for you. Now you can finally get Viagra at huge discounts. Healthy Man allows you to save up to $500 on Viagra. Why pay U.S. pharmacy prices of $15 per pill or more when you can get Viagra for less than $3 a pill? Call today and get 40 Viagra pills for only $99. This can cost as much as $600 at your local pharmacy. You can't afford not to call us. If you want Viagra at the lowest prices, never pay $15 a pill retail pharmacy prices again. Get Viagra for less than $3 a pill. Call 1-800-643-6931 today and save up to $500 and get 40 pills for just $99. Healthy Man is fast, easy, and affordable. Operators are waiting at 1-800-643-6931 to take your call now. Call 1-800-643-6931. That's 1-800-643-6931. Again, 1-800-643-6931.
1050 AM. Don't forget that number. And for you young people who got here by accidentally fat-fingering your FM band selector, we're an AM radio station. And AM refers to more than just the time of day.
We are debt-free, house and everything.
You have done really, really, really good. And you're not going to quit now.
It's been a huge witness for us to be able to share that.
It was time to get serious.
Intentionality, people. Celebrate the success.
Oh my goodness, thank you so much.
This is your show, America.
If I knew at 22 what I know now, our life would be better off.
It's the show that's changing the world. Now you don't just listen to the show, you live it. Live from the headquarters of Ramsey Solutions, it's the Dave Ramsey Show, where debt is dumb, cash is king, and the paid-off home mortgage has taken the place of the BMW as the status symbol of choice. I'm Dave Ramsey, your host. This is your show, America. Thank you for joining us. Open phones this hour as we talk about your life and your money. The phone number is 888-825-5225. Now, we've done smart conferences, the all-day long event, all-day Saturday event, where you leave smarter than you came. We've done them in Dallas a couple of times, and we did one in Los Angeles. We've only done it 3 times, and every time the event has been a complete sellout. Now, this is where we touch virtually every area of your life. We'll have Dr. Les Parrott there speaking on marriage, Dr. Meg Meeker there speaking on parenting. These are both New York Times best-selling authors. Rachel Cruz will be there speaking on financial peace and getting out of debt. Dr. Henry Cloud will be there, author of the best-selling book Boundaries. Comedian Michael Jr. will be there, teaching everyone why it's okay to laugh on purpose. Chris Hogan will be speaking on how to retire inspired. Christy Wright will be talking about life balance, and Chris Brown will be talking about generosity. I'll be speaking, of course. We're going to have a blast. Now, here's the thing. We're launching for the fall for the first time ever, back-to-back smart conferences. We're going to do 2 in the fall, baby. That's right. And they're back-to-back Saturdays. Saturday, October 17th, brand new city, Phoenix. That's right, Phoenix. We're bringing the smart conference to you October 17th. Saturday, October 24th, the next weekend, we will be in Denver at the Belco Theater there. Great theaters in both locations. Great. Oh, man, these are just going to be incredible, incredible events. Now, last hour, we allowed 30 general admission seats to sell for only $39. So let's do it again right now. Ready, set, go. The first 30 people get a general admission ticket for only $39 for each of those. 30 at Denver, 30 at Phoenix. Ready, set, go. Then the tickets are $59 general admission. If you want to have upfront and reserve seating, premier seating is $129, and we got a very limited number of backstage tickets that includes a full Q&A with all the speakers on a panel. It includes lunch, and it includes upfront seating, of course, $199 for those tickets. So you can get your tickets for the Smart Conference for Phoenix, Denver this fall. Go on sale right now at DaveRamsey.com or call 888-22-PEACE, 888-227-3223. Up first this hour is Wheeling, West Virginia. Fallon's with us. Hey, Fallon, how are you?
Good. How are you doing?
Better than I deserve. What's up in your world?
Okay, I have an extremely embarrassing question to ask. And it's not embarrassing for me. It's actually embarrassing for my parents.
Okay.
How do I tell them that I'm not going to fund their stupidity? For example, today my father called me. Just to give you some background, I am 25. My husband and I are expecting our first child. We are going to be relocating to a different state, and my parents are expecting me to pay for their airline tickets when they come down to visit. And recently, my father today dropped the bomb on me that I need to help him buy a vehicle, that because I wrecked his 7 years ago. I mean, I didn't wreck it. I just took the side mirror off.
Okay.
7 years ago.
So your parents obviously struggle with boundaries, don't they?
Yes.
I mean, it's completely inappropriate to ask someone to buy a car 7 years after they knock the mirror off.
And the worst thing
it's doubly inappropriate if it's your daughter. It's triple inappropriate if she's the mother of your grandchildren, for goodness sakes. And in addition to that, then you're supposed to pay for them to come visit you. What is wrong with these people?
Well, the worst thing is, after I had wrecked my dad's vehicle, I was in college. I was only working weekends back home, and I had to pay for the damages. And I gave him $2,000, which back then was like my entire life. And I found out that he had the insurance pay for it, and he used that money to book a vacation, which he canceled, so he lost that money. And he didn't tell my mother or anyone.
But
that
when they come to you asking for you to do inappropriate things with money,
yes,
what's wrong with them?
They're just really stupid.
Wow.
And I gave them an FPU membership, and they started going, and now they're like, oh, well, Dave says we need to start saving money, and it would be so much more helpful if you gave us some money because you and your husband, I admit we're blessed. I'm a stay-at-home wife. My husband works very hard. I have so much respect for him, but I want to tell them no, but they don't hear me when I tell them no, and my husband just wants to tell them to pound dirt.
Yeah, pound sand for sure. Okay, well, here's the thing. People that don't have boundaries can't hear your no. And when they do finally hear it, you can expect them to be angry. Because for some silly, unknown reason to you and me, they feel entitled to your money.
Yes.
And that's ridiculous. I mean, what does your husband make a year?
He makes about $70,000 to $80,000.
Okay. So you're not telling me $700,000. So, I mean, you guys you're a young couple getting started. And so the answer is no. No, we're not buying airline tickets. No, I'm not buying you a car. No, I'm not giving you any money ever. And if our relationship is based on money, then we don't have a relationship. If it's based on me giving you money. Now, you can be nicer than that, but that's the message that you have to send to them. And here's the trick in the whole thing, though. People that do this stuff are excellent at making you feel guilty.
Oh, yeah, they pretty much can win the Olympics with that.
Yeah, your mother is a travel agent for guilt trips.
Yes.
Yeah. And so that's the trick you've got to. That's the only part you can control is that you don't feel guilty. And I'm going to go ahead and just tell you ahead of time that these people are completely out of line, that their requests are ridiculous, rude, absurd, horrible. And I'm not saying that so that you become angry with your parents. I'm saying that so that you can smile, nod, and say no and feel no guilt whatsoever. Because no normal human being should be asked to do what you're doing. That's just freaking nuts. Okay?
Yes, I completely understand.
And but don't expect them to hear no because their hearing is broken.
Yeah.
Because stuff's broken inside of them. So we pray for them, we send them to church, we send them through FPU, and maybe God can change their lives, but you can't fund them. You don't have enough money. It's not your responsibility. No. Have you ever read the book Boundaries by Dr. Henry Cloud?
I actually just got it in the mail because I had a feeling.
Well, get your highlighter out. Get your highlighter out and get the sticky notes. You're going to highlight the whole dadgum book. When you read the first chapter, you're going to start cheering and laughing because your family's in the first chapter. This is the Dave Ramsey Show.
local and right down the block on KCAA 1050 AM.
This is KCAA.
Bob Vila here with my home improvement tip of the day. Chair rail molding adds a tasteful touch to rooms, especially when it's combined with crown molding. Chair rail type moldings were used at least as far back as the Greeks and the Romans, but they didn't come into popular usage until 18th century England. They were all about protecting walls from chairs, which were always kept at rest up against the walls in proper English dining rooms. If you're thinking of installing chair rails in your home, here are a few points to keep in mind. To be the most visually appealing, chair rails need to be installed at the right height. Most experts say the right height is about a third of the distance from the floor to the ceiling. If your tastes tell you otherwise, maybe go a little lower rather than higher. Installing above 32 inches is likely to be unflattering to the proportions of the room. The best width for a chair rail molding will vary a bit depending on the dimensions and the wall colors of the room, but 2 to 3 inches is most common. Get more info at bobvila.com and right here at home with me, Bob Vila.
Are credit card bills piling up faster than you can pay? How would you like to have a large portion of your credit card debt, medical bills, and department store debt forgiven? National Credit Card Relief would like to give you free information on a proven debt forgiveness program. This program has been used by thousands to legally forgive millions in unsecured debt. It's not bankruptcy. It's not consolidation. This special program actually wipes clean the portion of your debt that is forgiven from what you owe your creditors. Call for free information and get all your questions answered in the first free call. The more you owe, the more you can save. If you have at least $10,000 or more in credit card bills, this debt forgiveness program can be very effective. Call for free information and find out more now. 800-546-2909. There is no cost or obligation for the information. Don't wait. Call 800-546-2909. That's 800-546-2909. Get your debt problem solved. Call 800-546-2909 today.
Come visit the all-new Tiger Trail at the San Diego Zoo Safari Park. Get an early start and have a bountiful buffet breakfast at Tiger Trail's Sambutan Longhouse while watching these majestic creatures. A tiger keeper will be on hand to share stories about these fascinating felines and will invite one of the tigers to join the session. Then explore the Tiger Trail's 5.2 acres, watch the tigers climb rocks, swim in ponds, and nap in tall grasses. See these beautiful animals up close, all at the new Tiger Trail at the San Diego Zoo Safari Park. Go to SanDiegoZooSafariPark.org.
Hi, this is Bob with Real Estate Talk with Bob and Randy. Tune in every Thursday afternoon from 3 until 4 at KCAA Radio 1050, and we will be there to answer your real estate questions, the latest real estate news, and to talk to the leaders of the real estate industry. Our Real Estate Talk, you can find out how to stop your foreclosure, first-time homebuyer information, loan modifications, different kinds of loans you can buy with, short sale strategies, and real estate investing and more. So don't forget, tune in every Thursday afternoon at 3 for Real Estate Talk with Bob and Randy. You'll be glad you did.
Thank you, Inland Empire, for listening to KCAA Radio.
Thank you for joining us, America. This is the Dave Ramsey Show. Open phones at 888-825-5225. Glenn is with us in Fort Worth, Texas. Hi, Glenn. How are you?
Hey, Dave. Thanks for taking my call.
Sure. What's up?
Hey, if I could real quick, I just wanted to thank you for everything you've done for my family and so many millions of others. It's so impactful. I really appreciate it.
Thank you, sir. How can I help today?
Well, before we read several of your books and went through FPU, we made a big mistake, and back in 2005, we bought a house at the top of the market and did an interest-only loan. in Florida. We've since moved to Texas, and we've been able to rent the house and be a little bit positive on the cash flow. But now it's coming to the 10-year point to where I'm going to have to start paying principal over the next 20, and the mortgage is going to go up to the point where it's going to exceed the rent, and it's going to put me in a bit of a pickle. I wanted to see what your thoughts were.
And so you still owe more on it than it's worth?
Absolutely, yeah.
Good Lord.
I know.
And how much do you owe on it?
$220.
And what's it worth?
About $160 right now on Zillow.
Okay. Well, first thing you do is you double check Zillow by going to, going to an ELP, a Dave Ramsey ELP, and have a realtor look at the thing and give you an actual CMA and make sure that Zillow is accurate. Sometimes it is, sometimes it isn't. It's not like they're the Bible or anything, okay?
I talked to a realtor before, and he said he did a quick CMA, and he said it's pretty close, but I'll do it again.
Is that recent?
It was almost a year ago now, so I can do it again.
Okay. Because the market in Fort Worth is doing well.
No, the house is in Florida.
Oh. Wait, where part of Florida?
Orlando.
I'm surprised it hadn't recovered then. Okay.
Yeah, I paid a lot for it.
Oh, crud. All right, so let's just say the numbers are the same, which would leave you $60,000 in the hole.
Yeah.
What's your income?
About $100.
Okay. And what will it rent for?
$1,250 or so.
And how much is the payment going to be?
I haven't gotten that notification yet. I'm trying to be proactive. Yeah. So right now it's about $1,000.
Okay. So, let's say it goes upside down $250 a month and you have to feed it. That's $3,000 a year you have to feed it, which is probably pretty close, right?
Okay.
$3,000 is a lot less than $60,000. You're upside down $60,000. You can feed it a whole lot of months and wait on it to recover more than you can afford to just sell it and take the hit.
Okay.
So, $3,000 into 60, that's 200 months, So,
right.
You're not going to keep it that long. So, I'm hoping it has recovered more, but it probably is not up to the 220 level. And so,
right.
I'm probably going to feed the thing for a couple years and let it come on, get up close anyway. When you get within $5,000 or $10,000, if you want to write a check and get rid of the thing, at that point I would. But I'm not going to write a check for much more than that if I'm only losing $3,000 a year.
Now, I've had a lot of these people contact me about, we'll give you cash for it, and I'm sure they just give a really low offer, and they say they'll offer to negotiate a short sale. What do you think about that?
Yeah, well, a short sale is like a foreclosure for you.
Right.
The mortgage company gives up the $60,000 that they're in the hole because they think they're not going to get the money anyway because they think they're going to have to foreclose on you. And so it destroys your credit.
Well, if I'm debt free and I refinance to a 15-year note, does that not really?
I'm not going to tell you when you can afford to do this to get foreclosed on.
Yeah.
I'm just not going to tell you to do that. I don't believe that. I don't believe that's wise for you. I don't believe it's wise. I don't think it's the right thing to do. It's a pain in the butt. You've got yourself in a pickle. I understand. But I'm going to hold it a little while longer, let it recover, and feed it. You're not in a foreclosure scenario, and that's what a short sale is. This is just to the left of a foreclosure. Eric's with us in Lexington, Kentucky. Hi, Eric. How are you?
I'm doing excellent, Dave. And my question, it's a business question. My wife and I, last year, while we were following your plan to save money, we started going to farm auctions and buying produce basically directly from the farmers. And this year we decided to keep on doing it, but we decided to step it up a little bit and sell to friends and family, and we've been advertising and stuff as much as we can for free. Our idea was basically like a hobby that kind of pays for itself. We pay for what we buy and still have a little extra in our pantry. Well, we've actually made a little bit of money in the first couple of weeks, about $50, which I know is not much, but we figure at the end of the year it'll probably be about $500 that we make in profit. So we're kind of wondering, when is it wise to take it to the next level as far as for liability and tax reasons to take it to an LLC?
Oh, no, a long way from now. You have to have a lot of wealth personally, or you have to be in a business that gets you sued often, a litigious business, or the business itself has to be of size before you mess with an LLC or you mess with even setting it up as a business. On $500 a year, I wouldn't even mess with it. Okay. But I mean, you start making $5,000 or $6,000 a year, then I probably open a separate checking account. But I'm still running it as just a sole proprietorship. You don't want to fool with going through all that stuff just at this level. No.
Okay. Will that give us, like, if for some reason, being that it is like food related, if somebody should get sick off of what we sell, I mean, it should have enough liability.
Tell them I made $50 last year. Good luck.
Yeah. Okay.
No. I mean, you take that chance because, I mean, your net worth's not $1 million, is it?
No.
Okay. All right. So you don't have a target on you. There's nothing they can get.
Okay.
I mean, this is not like they can sue some big corporation or something. That's my point. And so we did not incorporate this business until it got some size to it. And at that point, we didn't have a big net worth. Now we've got a net worth that we needed to protect as well. And so you would incorporate or do an LLC only at that point. And but no, liability, you buying some carrots and reselling them is not it's not anything to worry about. Ben is with us in Fairbanks. Hi, Ben. How are you?
I'm doing well, Dave. So happy to be talking to you.
You too.
My question is, both me and my wife are active duty military. We're debt free, thanks to you. We combined make about $150 a year. We have about 80 saved up right now. That's earmarked for a down payment on a house. My question is, when we transfer to my next duty station, do you think that we should buy a house that we're only going to live in for about 2 years, then either sell it or rent it out, or continue to rent until we have enough to pay cash?
Well, first, thank you for your service. We appreciate it. And I recommend when I'm working with military, and we work with them all over the place, literally all over the world, to not buy a home unless you're going to be in the market over 3 years. And in most cases, you're not going to be in the market over 3 years. And right. the reason is this, that the house is not going to go up enough in value to offset your costs on the buy and the sale. You got costs when you buy it, you got costs when you sell it, right?
Right.
Yeah. And by the time you do all of that, if the house hasn't gone up enough in value, you're going to lose money on owning the house. You'd have been cheaper to rent. And so and then the other possibility is you get stuck with the house when they move you next time. And
right. So you wouldn't recommend trying to rent it out to someone?
No, I wouldn't have rental properties everywhere you've ever been stationed.
Okay.
That's a bad, I mean, you have rental property dotted all over the place. Let's say you were living in a certain city. You wouldn't go to 6 other cities and buy rental properties.
Right.
And so what's happening is you're becoming a landlord by default rather than by strategy. And long-distance landlording will get you burnt, man. People change their Harley oil in your living room. It's not a good plan. So I wouldn't go that way. I love rental property and I love real estate, and I want you to own some real estate. But unless you're in a market where the values are shooting up very rapidly, then I wouldn't do that. Definitely wouldn't do that. This is the Dave Ramsey Show.
If you like jazz, you'll enjoy getting together with me, Tommy Hawkins, the Jazz Hawk. Tune into my show, Just Jazz, Saturday nights, 10 to midnight on Kcaa 1050 AM.
One of the most overlooked priorities in a family's financial plan is life insurance. Having it and having the right amount are crucial. If you died, how would your family pay the bills, put food on the table, and plan for the future? Term life insurance is protection for the ones you love. It's not complicated and it's not expensive. People need to deal with this, which is why I found a company I trust and I do business with, Zander. Please take the time to take care of your family.
This is KCAA.
California headline news. A Southern California cancer patient sues the state saying she wants the right to die on her own terms. She wants an expedited hearing because she doesn't want a drawn-out, painful death.
I've lived my whole life upholding the law, and at the very last moment of my life, I'm not going to be a lawbreaker.
Christy O'Donnell is a 46-year-old L.A. attorney and former LAPD sergeant. She has stage 4 lung cancer. There is legislation in the Capitol that would create a right-to-die law similar to one in Oregon. Residents of a Northern California community breathing easier after authorities capture a large mountain lion that had been creeping through the neighborhood.
We hear that there's a mountain lion on the loose. That's insane. That's crazy.
It happened in San Mateo. Wildlife experts saying the drought continues to bring wild animals closer to urban areas as they look for water and food. San Diego police officer Heather Seddon continuing to improve after being shot in the neck and shoulders Sunday. The suspect who shot her, Dennis Field, had been wanted in connection with other shootings. He was shot to death by police. Geico weather, increasing clouds. Jeff Scott, California News.
When the economy crashed in 2008, the Fed lowered interest rates. They've been low ever since. But now the economy's improving, and most experts believe the Fed will start raising interest rates very soon. That means you should refinance your mortgage now to pull cash out of your home at today's low rates, because once the Fed starts raising rates, they probably won't stop. So beat the Fed to the punch and refi your mortgage before it's too late by making the cash call at 877-890-CASH. Today, Cash Call Mortgage is offering a 15-year fix at 2.875% rate and APR with no closing costs. You have the chance to pull tens of thousands out of your home, lock in a low rate, and pay absolutely nothing out of pocket. But you have to act now. Cash Call Mortgage is designed to save. Call 877-890-CASH today.
Impact Mortgage Corp. DBA Cash Call Mortgage. Equal housing lender. Call 866-900-8744 for terms and restrictions. Rates may change without notice. California Department of Business Oversight. Residential Mortgage Lender Law License 4131083. NMLS 128231.
That's 877-890-CASH.
Are credit card bills piling up faster than you can pay? How would you like to have a large portion of your credit card debt, medical bills, and department store debt forgiven? National Credit Card Relief would like to give you free information on a proven debt forgiveness program. This program has been used by thousands to legally forgive millions in unsecured debt. It's not bankruptcy. It's not consolidation. This special program actually wipes clean the portion of your debt that is forgiven from what you owe your creditors. Call for free information and get all your questions answered in the first free call. The more you owe, the more you can save. If you have at least $10,000 or more in credit card bills, this debt forgiveness program can be very effective. Call for free information and find out more now. 800-546-2909. There is no cost or obligation for the information. Don't wait. Call 800-546-2909. That's 800-546-2909. Get your debt problem solved. Call 800-546-2909 today.
Are you particular about the vitamins and supplements you take? Have you found that the big chain stores simply don't have what you need? Then you should know about the Vitamin Center of Agora Hills. You'll find rock-bottom prices on gourmet, top-quality vitamins and mineral supplements at the Vitamin Center. Get 30% off on all supplements and homeopathic products. All, not just selected merchandise. In addition, you'll find 30% off on all cosmetics, soaps, shampoos, toothpaste, makeup, hair coloring, and lip gloss. And all tea products are discounted 20%. Why go anywhere else? See for yourself at the Vitamin Center of Agora Hills, 5007 Canaan Road in Agora Hills. Or check out the savings and place your order online, VitaminCenterAgoraHills.com. Start saving by getting what you need from the Vitamin Center of Agora Hills. And tell a friend that the Vitamin Center ships nationwide. Call 818-707-0005. That's 818-707-0005. The Vitamin Center of Agora Hills.
Here's a look at the KCAA Community Calendar. I'm Di Rice.
Hey! What are you trying to do? You ruined my record, man. I just bought it.
Has that ever happened to you? Has someone scratched your records? Find replacements or find the records you're looking for at the Inland Empire Record Collective this Saturday, May 23rd. Record vendors will be selling all genres of music, and a lineup of DJs will be playing all genres of music. It's a free event going on from 10 till 6 in Parking Lot 16 at 3587 University Avenue in Riverside. There will also be live music, art, clothing, artisans, food, and more. Bring the entire family for a day of fun at the Inland Empire Record Collective this Saturday, May 23rd in downtown Riverside. For more information, go to recordcollective@gmail.com. And that's a look at the community calendar. I'm Di Rice on KCAA 1050 AM.
KCAA, where every day is a great day. KCAA, Loma Linda. KCAA, where every day is a great day.
In the lobby of the Ramsey Solutions headquarters, Ken and Gina are with us. Hey, guys, how are you?
Hey, Dave.
Doing great. Welcome, welcome. Where do you guys live?
Indianapolis.
Indianapolis, Indiana. Awesome.
Yes.
Well, welcome to Nashville. And I assume you're here to do your debt-free scream.
We are. Absolutely.
That's seriously fun. So how much have you guys paid off?
$47,800.
I like it. And how long did that take you?
24 months. And we would have done it sooner had we not had to dig into our emergency fund twice for car repairs.
Uh-oh. Cars, Murphy was trying to keep you from doing this.
We had a car problem, not a money problem.
I hear you. And your household income during the 2 years?
About $140.
Excellent. What do you guys do for a living?
I'm a surgical nurse at the VA hospital.
Mm-hmm.
And I work in hospital administration.
Okay. So both of you in the medical field.
Yep.
Very cool. Very neat. So what kind of debt was the $48,000?
School loan, credit cards, cars.
You were normal.
Normal.
Most people have that.
Oh, yeah.
You don't have that anymore. Now you're weird.
Oh, yeah.
It's a very good kind of weird. Excellent. Fun. So what happened 2 years ago that made you say, okay, we don't want to be normal anymore. We're going to get out of debt?
I just got tired of paying all these bills. We work hard. We didn't have anything to go out and have fun on.
Mm-hmm.
That's right. And honestly, Dave, I did not want to go to the FPU classes. I kind of went kicking and screaming.
Mm-hmm.
But our church put the cost of it on sale.
Mm-hmm.
I love a good sale.
Mm-hmm.
So we joined up, and it took about one class for us to get on board.
So the kicking and screaming stopped after the first hour?
It did.
Oh, yeah.
That's good. Okay, so the church is doing it. You guys were kind of talking about it anyway, going, we just don't seem to be getting any traction, feel like a rat in a wheel. Mm-hmm. And then the thing goes on sale at the church, so you go, okay, let's give this a shot. Well, sort of, but okay. And then you get in there, and boom, it takes, huh?
Oh, it took.
Yeah.
What surprised you the most that you learned about yourself or about money as you went through that class over that 9 weeks?
Well, for me, being the free spirit that you talk about, just that I was able to get on a budget and really loved being on a budget and felt like we had more money when we were following the budget than when we were doing it our way.
You do feel like you get a raise.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
You really do.
We did.
You really do. And you didn't see that coming. I mean, when you kind of went into the class, you're like, that's kind of was a surprise.
Well, that's one reason I never wanted to go, because I didn't want to be on a budget.
Yeah, it
I felt
felt
like I would be limited.
Yeah, like you wouldn't be able to make your own choices or anything.
Right.
Yeah. And then just the opposite happens. You know, a lady using the EveryDollar software the other day had a great saying. She said, I can do this because my budget told me I could. And it's like it gives you permission to do things that fit within, and then you can do it guilt-free because you're not messing up your whole dadgum family with your spending because you're doing it on purpose. That's very cool. Very well done. What about you, Ken? What caught you off guard as you went through?
I'm the nerd. I like to save, but going through this, our first year, I saved all my blow money to buy a new hunting rifle. Didn't spend a dime on my blow money. When it came time to buy that said rifle, I didn't want to spend the money. So I was torn. Spend or save the whole time.
Yeah, and Dave, if I can add, I went through my blow money very quickly each pay period. And there was a couple times that I was out of blow money. He would offer me his.
Aww.
And so I never took it.
Oh, that's good.
But I thought that was kind that he did that.
Oh, very cool. Cool. Good for you guys. So what was the one debt that when you paid it off, you went, I hate you people. I'm so glad you're gone?
School loan, no, hands down.
Yeah,
Sally Mae.
Sally Mae.
Yeah.
Giving the old woman her eviction notice.
Yeah.
Get out of my house. High school students all lined up around the edges. They just came through our class, and they've already heard school loans are a bad idea.
Yeah.
Now you're looking at people that are, how old are y'all?
I'm 54.
52.
And they're saying the thing I hate most is Sally Mae, so don't enter into it, all right? You got a witness right here in front of you, high school students.
Yeah.
We've got a bunch of high school seniors and juniors joining us in the lobby today. So very cool stuff. What was the hardest part of the 24 months while you were on beans and rice, living like no one else to get out of debt?
I would just say, following the budget, and I don't know, honey, what do you think the hardest thing is?
Was there a low point? Was there something bad that happened that knocked you out of the saddle?
We didn't get knocked out of the saddle. We had 2 major car repairs we had to dig into our emergency fund.
Yeah.
And that set us back, a couple of months each time, but it was a money problem. It was a car problem, not a money problem.
Yeah.
So our washer and dryer broke. Our car broke down twice. So it wasn't before. It was like I would physically get sick. How are we going to pay for it now? So okay, let's go get it fixed. It's already paid for.
Yeah.
So
and then just rebuild the emergency fund, then get back on the train.
Yeah.
Okay. Very cool. So when people find out you've paid off all your debt and they say, "How did you do that?" What do you tell them the secrets to getting out of debt are?
Well, definitely the debt snowball, and just to stay the course, to keep, don't put it off. Use your emergency fund for emergencies and keep the debt snowball going.
Very cool. What about you, Ken?
I talk to folks I work with all the time about the Dave Ramsey program, preaching the debt snowball. Well, not preaching, but teaching the debt snowball. And sometimes you just have to give up in order to get out of debt. If you want to buy something, you have to wait instead of buying it now. Just delayed gratification.
Exactly. One definition of maturity is learning to delay pleasure. Yeah, that's very cool. All right, Ken and Gina, Indianapolis, Indiana, $48,000 paid off in 24 months, making $140 a year. Count it down. Let's hear a great debt-free scream.
3, 2, 1. We're debt-free!
Well done, you guys. Love it, love it, love it. That is fabulous. Julie is with us in Boise, Idaho. Hi, Julie. How are you?
Good. I'm 17 years old. I'm a senior in high school, and I've got a problem.
Okay.
I'm trying to save up to pay cash for my first year of college. My grandparents recently got me your book, The Total Money Makeover.
Mm-hmm.
And but I've got $600 in debt to our church. We do pledges every year for like foreign missions and our camps, and I've got $600 from that, and it's all based on honor. It's an honor-based thing, but it's really putting pressure on me because I don't want to.
It's also based on faith. It's a faith pledge, isn't it? Okay. I want you to go sit down and talk to your. I want you to go sit down and talk to your pastor, and ask him if he thinks it would be okay to delay that pledge in order for you to pay cash for your college.
Okay.
And I think he'll give you some relief there, okay? Because if that church is dependent upon you following through on that pledge to stay open as a high school senior, they've got other problems.
So they don't. It's just something I did voluntarily.
I know, but I'm making a point here that grace is okay, and God doesn't need this, the church doesn't need this, and you need to be wise with your money in order to be a good steward and as a Christian. Now, I'm not telling you to break your word. I'm saying to go in and ask for relief from the obligation from your pastor. Because, the bottom line is you can't do this. You're going to end up borrowing the money. If you borrow money on student loans to go to college because you pay this, in a sense, you've borrowed money to give it to the church. Does that make sense?
Yes, sir.
And that's not logical, nor is it biblical. And so I would just sit down and say, and I'll tell you, I did this, Julie. I made a faith pledge to my church the year I went broke and went into bankruptcy and lost everything. but I felt still like I had to honor it. I went to my pastor, and he said, no, just you're released from that, and when you get back on your feet, you'll be honoring God with your giving at that point. And I was granted grace by my pastor and released from that any kind of a moral or honor-based obligation at that point. Unless God tells you in prayer to do otherwise, that's what I would tell you to do. This is the Dave Ramsey Show.
Radio, the show all about small business and entrepreneurs. Join me every Friday at 3 p.m. right here on KCAA Radio.
I literally started my business on a card table in my living room. In those days, I was the one responsible for keeping track of my expenses. And if I wanted my family to eat, I had to make sure the money was coming in.
This is KCAA.
Like to spend a few days in another world? Then write this down.
Software and mobile app that allows you to track your time, capture expenses, and create professional invoices. It's easy and it works. Find out what over 5 million entrepreneurs and small business owners just like you have already discovered. You can try it free today at getfreshbooks.com. Just enter the Dave Ramsey Show under How Did You Hear About Us for your free 30-day trial. That's getfreshbooks.com. And remember, enter the Dave Ramsey Show to get started today.
I could go on all day about Golden Bear Cottages in Big Bear, but to see everything, just go to goldenbear.net. Again, goldenbear.net. Golden Bear Cottages in Big Bear. Clean, comfortable, and affordable. Check them out. goldenbear.net.
What have I learned so far? I've learned that there is no one path right for everyone. I've learned that without my high school diploma, I can only do so much. My options were limited.
Forever.
I found a free personalized learning program.
But we have to decode. One thing is decoding. That at the end of the day, I have to decide, is Sarah really trying to be disrespectful toward me? After 41 years of marriage, is she really trying to diss me? Or is she saying, I have a need that only you can meet? And I'm feeling vulnerable right now. I'm feeling a little insecure. And I'm coming because I want to connect and I want to talk and be reassured of your love. And I'm trying to do the loving. Unfortunately, she doesn't always come across that way in the mail. And so, too, is the man trying to be unloving. He literally died for her. So he's not unloving, but he tends to withdraw, particularly if his blood pressure beats per minute get up to 99 beats per minute and worried, what they say. And so he has to pull back. And it feels like you're picking a fight. But that's not what she's trying to do. But he's also not trying to be unloving. Now I say to a woman, did you say or do something prior to this that felt disrespectful? Is that which I'm about to say going to feel disrespectful? Is that which I said was that disrespectful? Which would explain 90% of the time why he's deflating and pulling back and appearing unloving. And if two people will decode,
so when it comes to your money, investment, and retirement planning, where do you turn now? Who do you listen to? Join us for Smart Money Talk Radio, Mondays from 3 to 4 p.m. for the refreshing, straightforward money and investment strategies of Jim and Lorraine Conaway.
Well, our every dollar $30,000 cash giveaway is going strong. That's right. We're giving away a total of $30,000 in cash to celebrate our every dollar budget tool.
Thursday night at 7 on KCAA
users in the first month we had it out. Now, we've given away thousands of dollars already this month, and we're going to continue to do that all the way through the end of the month, and you could win some of the cash. How do you do it? Well, you simply go to DaveRamsey.com, and you enter once a day. No purchase is necessary. That easy. We're celebrating every dollar, going over 300,000 users in our first month out. So it's already time for our second on-air giveaway, cash prize for the Every Dollar giveaway. Today I'm giving away $3,000. Debbie is in South Dakota. Debbie, you just won $3,000.
Hello?
Hello.
Hi.
$3,000.
Oh, my God. I'm so excited.
That's so fun. Very, very cool. So how many times have you registered? How many times have you registered?
Well, I think the whole month I go on every day because I get an email every day, and then I just been going on and registering every day. And it was funny because this morning I was like, I gotten the beep, and I'm like, oh, I was thinking, well, I don't know if I have time today, but I'm glad I did.
There you go. That's fun. Well, tell me about Debbie. What's going on with you?
Well, I'm watching. I have a new grandbaby, and it's our first grandbaby. She's 3 months old. Mm-hmm. So I've taken some time to watch her, and my husband and I, we just work hard, and we've been doing our envelopes, and we did all of your programs, and we're really doing great. So this money is going to be awesome because I'm going to put it towards snowball debt. We're almost got all that taken care of, so I'm really excited, and this is really a great blessing.
Oh, very cool. Well, congratulations, Debbie. We appreciate you hanging out with us at DaveRamsey.com and Every Dollar and Financial Peace and all the different things you're doing. Thank you very much. $3,000 winner, Debbie in South Dakota. Now, that's fun. And you can make sure to enter every day for your chance to win at DaveRamsey.com. While you're there, we're running all of our books right now on sale for $10. That's right. The Total Money Makeover is $10. Smart Money, Smart Kids is $10. The Legacy Journey is $10. All of our books. Entree Leadership, $10. Complete Guide to Money, $10. Financial Peace, $10. That's pretty cool. Many as you want to buy. And these are like $26, $27 books, and there's a lot of other stuff going on the $10 sale. Check it all out at DaveRamsey.com, and check out the ability to do free your online budget with our online budgeting tool at everydollar.com. Did I mention it's free? That's pretty cool. All right, Mike's with us in Pittsburgh. Hey, Mike, how are you?
Hey, I'm doing better than I deserve.
Cool. How can I help?
Well, I'm a firm believer. Went through your program with my wife and paid off just under $200,000 in personal debt, not including my home.
Great.
We are currently on steps 4, 5, and 6. I'm 39 years old. I have 3 little kids, 7, 4, and 3.5 months. We bought a house about almost exactly a year ago. And my question is pretty simple. I would assume in the next 3 to 5 years, we really want to build what we would consider to be our dream home. And we're on a 15-year fixed mortgage right now, and we're paying more on our mortgage every month and aggressively doing that. But I guess my question is, part of me says that extra that I'm paying on the house, I would want to maybe put in a money market account in case, 12 to 16 to 24 months from now, we run across our dream lot, and we actually have cash saved, put money down on that lot. What would you recommend?
That'd be fine. Not any problem with that at all. That's your game plan. The thing you do want to keep in mind is under no circumstances does the total finished product, after you sell your current home, take all the equity and the money you had in the money market, throw it at the building deal, the lot and the building of the home. When the whole project's completed and the smoke clears, I don't want you on more than a 15-year, and I don't want you on more than a fourth of your take-home pay.
Yeah, never. But went through Financial Peace. We taught the class a couple times, so we have extra every month now, and
it's okay to build up and pay cash for your lot because that's where you're headed anyway, and then that'll facilitate the construction loan and make it easier to put together because you will actually already own the lot, and that's going to just that's nothing, no problem with that at all. And then if something happens that you decide not to build or not to buy that dream lot, then what I do is just pull the money out of that money market, throw it at your house, and pay it off. if you get to that point, if something changes in your game plan for some reason or another. And sometimes life changes things. Tara is in Huntsville. Hi, Tara. How are you?
Hey, better than I deserve, Dave. Thanks for taking my call.
Sure. What's up?
Well, my husband and I got married in the fall, and being newlyweds, we're just trying to be really responsible. And we listen to you, and we know that you recommend only term life insurance. And we were just wondering how much you recommend that we take out. We do plan on starting a family in the next few years, so I wasn't sure if we should factor that into it.
Well, you're young and you're healthy and you're in shape, right?
Exactly.
Don't smoke.
No, sir.
So it doesn't cost anything. So I always tell people to have 10 to 12 times your income, and the good news is the difference in 10 and 12 is not much in your case. This is the cost of a pizza. I mean, it's not going to cost anything. So what do you make a year?
I make about $50,000.
I'd put about $500,000 on you. And what does he make a year?
He makes about $80,000.
I put about $800,000 on him. And
okay.
Then it's just not that expensive.
Right. So when we have children, does it need to go up or just stay the same?
You can bump it up if you want to a little bit. You can pick up another policy if you want to, because by then also your incomes may have gone up.
Right.
And
okay.
so that's why I said 10 rather than 12. And because you certainly could survive if you had his income replaced. Without a doubt, without kids anyway. And so, I'll just go ahead and pick up 10 times on you, 10 times on him, and just go to Zander Insurance, Zander, Z-A-N-D-E-R, insurance.com. If the quote is quick, easy, it's very easy to do. You'll have it back in about 13 seconds, and nobody will bother you. It's just going to be there to help you. So, hey, great question. Thanks for joining us. Guys, if you don't know on this term insurance thing, it's a little bit of a racket out there. These quote services, some of them, when you fill out the online form to get a quote, they email your email to 14 different places, and you're about to get the crud pestered out of you from every direction in the world. And you don't want to do that. So be careful with these online quote services. Zander is not one of those. Zander is an insurance broker. They actually represent a bazillion different life insurance companies, and so they're not going to sell your name. They're not going to farm your email out. They'll probably follow up and make sure you got your questions answered once and make sure everything's okay, but they're not going to bother you, and you're not going to get hammered in your inbox with a bunch of junk stuff that you really weren't asking for. All you wanted to know was the price. And so literally, when you go to Zander, you get a pure price quote from a group of companies that fit your situation. And boom, right there it is. And it's real easy to understand. It's real easy to do. And you don't have to think about it. And here's the thing. I know when you're 25 or you're 35, you don't think you're going to die. But I talk to people all the time. Over the 25 years I've been doing this, I talk to people all the time. Something happens to them. Something happens to a loved one. And that young widow, that young widower is left there trying to figure out a way to wander through this stuff and this money stuff, and their income's cut way down, plus they're grieving and everything else, and it just doesn't cost anything. It literally is a few dollars a month. So it's just plain financially, mathematically irresponsible to not make sure you have term life insurance on you. Now, if you're sick, it's going to be a higher rate. If you're obese, it's going to be a higher rate. If you smoke, it's double. So know that going in. That's with any life insurance. And so you can get a quote, and then, you come back and your medicals don't fit, then the quote's not going to be good. It's going to be higher. But that's how life insurance works. But you need to look at this subject and make sure you're taking care of your family. That puts this hour of the Dave Ramsey Show in the books. Thanks to James Childs, our producer. Blake Thompson's our executive producer. Kelly Daniels, our associate producer and phone screener. I'm Dave Ramsey. We'll be back.
Christy Wright. You know, we're really big on setting goals here in Dave Ramsey's office. And one of the great things about goals is that they help you improve your life in many different areas. But one of the challenges of goal setting is that actually reaching those goals can be hard, because change is hard. And research shows that in any area of our life where we're going to make a sacrifice, it's actually more difficult to make that change because we anticipate the sacrifice. We dread what it's going to require of us to make that change and reach that goal. But I want to encourage you to do something different. Whether it's eating healthy or working out or just getting a good night's sleep, I want to challenge you to anticipate the reward. Anticipate how you're going to feel afterwards, how much more energy you're going to have, or how much more rested you'll be. So if you want to reach your goals and maintain them throughout the year, set yourself up for success and make it easy on yourself to reach them. Instead of anticipating the sacrifice and dreading some of those changes, anticipate the reward. For more encouragement on leadership and life, visit ChristyWright.com.
And we're thrilled to have you with us here today in Durham. 52 degrees, our game time temperature, as the Bulls get ready for Game 2 of this 4-game series against the Charlotte Knights. As the last Sox were deep right.
KCAA 1050 AM Loma Linda.
Eugenio Velez. And the Bulls have a 1-0 lead in the third.
Baseball is a game of failure. Guys who hit 300 fail 70% of the time and go to the Hall of Fame. So they are considered heroes and the best who ever played in the game. I think a lot of people who have a lot of debt have a really difficult time, a high fail rate, trying to get through debt because it's a long-term commitment.
So here to do a debt-free screen.
I am.
I love it. How much have you paid off?